Hello, hello, creative souls. This is a creative moment with Zhenya, and I am back. I've been gone for 2 months, and I'm just so happy to be here. So let's get started. Just invite folks in. Welcome. Welcome to your invitation to create, explore, and discover your creative power. This is a monthly practice, so I'm here on the first Wednesday of the month. So you're welcome to come as you are, however you feel, however you're showing up, you're welcome. Our theme will be self-care today, and we will touch into what self-care means for us, individually, collectively. So welcome. And let me know where you are joining from. Okay, we've got a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna just get started. So once again, I'm Zhenya, and I am a creativity coach and doula, helping you to really center your emotional needs and priorities, reclaim your time, and connect to that juicy creative spirit that is you. So, welcome. So like I said, the theme of the session today is self-care. And creativity is essentially, in its foundation, the self-care. Why? Because self-care is the things we do to show up for ourselves, right? To care for ourselves, to nourish ourselves, right? To center and ground ourselves so that we can step out in the world and really live with authenticity, speak our truth, right? And so self-care is a really, really important part of creativity and in your creativity practice, right? Because if you're not able to say to yourself, like, I don't have time for this, I just don't have any time, then we've got to find a way to reclaim that time, right? Because oftentimes we are using our energy and our resources for everything else, for everyone else, right? We show up so beautifully for so many people in this world and so many responsibilities. But when it comes to ourselves and our own wellness and beingness, it's often hard to place ourselves first. And so creativity as its foundation is a self-care practice. And building on that, it's a nourishing and healing practice, because once you're able to show up for yourselves and claim, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever time you have, you're able to then just be more solid in yourself, be more centered, and feel nourished, right? To show up for other people. So, speaking about this sort of wholeness, the sense of wholeness, contrary to popular belief, you are whole. You are whole and you are okay the way you are. There's just some things that we've inherited, some things that we've picked up. A lot of the time society tells us what we are and what we're not. And we've gotta see those things, and we've gotta really work with those things. But in the core essence of who you are whole. You are whole and you are well. So what can creativity do? Creativity can remind you of that wholeness. Yeah? Creativity can help us find that compassionate approach to ourselves, listen to those vulnerable parts, right? Their inner child, that really just need safety and validation. We can lean with creativity on that support system to show up for those vulnerable parts, right? So this is what I'm talking about, the inner parent really rising up and taking care of the needs of the inner child. And we can feel our center and walk into the world from a place of centeredness. Yeah? So, as I do every month, I talk about the supportive energies that are holding us and uplifting us. And, we got to talk about the sun in Aquarius. I personally love Aquarius season because Aquarius season is really the opportunity, the moment where we can just kind of really step into our own personal expansion. We have the opportunity to really think outside of the box and sort of come up with new ways to take care of ourselves and new ways of being, yeah? And we can really kind of feel our gifts in the Aquarius season. It is the humanitarian in the zodiac, so think about the collective. Yeah, we're sort of like thinking about the collective, or also individual sort of walking our own path. And the moon is in Pisces today, which is a very sensitive and instinctive nature. Think about the deep waters. Think about all the wisdom and the guidance that is deep waters. And so our creative and our spiritual nature is aroused today very much, which is a perfect time for a creative moment. Yeah? So I hope you're ready. Let us ground. Let us anchor ourselves in our bodies, our wholeness. And so go ahead and get comfortable. Just kind of like if you need a pillow, if you need to just feel your best. Go ahead and close your eyes or lower your gaze. And take a nice deep breath in and exhale out. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. And as you sit on a couch or the floor or the chair, wherever, just notice where you're anchored, where your body's anchored. And just really feel the support of the chair or the floor where you're sitting. Feel free to put your hands on your knees or your lap and just connect to your body, to connect to your beautiful vessel. And I want you to visualize a bright sunny day. And feel free to look up and notice that the sun is just piercing out, is just shining and radiating. And just imagine that you are lifted up and you are moving toward that sun, that light, that glow. You're coming closer to it. You're just feeling that wonderful warmth. Not at all burned by it. You're just kind of connecting to it and flowing into it. And imagine that you're becoming part of that sun. And now you're glowing. And now you're shining. Feel the radiance that is you. Feel the glow and the warmth. And feel free to put your hands on your energetic heart, just in the middle of your chest. And feel the warmth of your hands on your chest. And feel the shining of your sun. the abundance, the courage, the authentic you. You are the sun. You are the many suns. And go ahead and feel that radiance of your heart and of your sun. And as you breathe in, just feel that expansion of your breath in your chest. And as you exhale, just allow whatever needs to be released out. And now allow every breath to feed you, to add to that glow. To add to your light that you are here to shine. And go ahead and put your hands on your lap or your knees. And come back into the room. Lower your eyes gently open. Feel free to look around, behind you, in front of you, so you can anchor yourself in the physical space. Okay. Let's take a drink of water if you have. I often remind folks to have a glass of water, have a glass of tea, whatever you need to feel hydrated. Self-care is hydration. So, all right. So what we're going to need for this prompt is just some paper, some white paper, and some markers, pencils, pens if you have. So just really simple stuff. No massive supplies needed. Okay? All right. Who's excited for this prompt? Okay, so we are connecting to that inner sun. We're connecting to our glow, our radiance. But there are things that get in the way of our radiance, yeah? There are clouds, there are storms, the sun has to come down, right? To come up the next day. But so there are things that the sun, our inner sun, needs. Replenishment, nourishment, yeah? So what I want us to do is I want us to take paper and I want us to draw our sun, however the sun looks to you. Just draw a circle in the middle and take a few moments to draw a sun. How do your rays look? Are they're coming out? Are they sort of wavy? Just take a few minutes to draw your sun. And any colors that speak to you if you have colored utensils. If you don't have colored utensils, a black and blue and red pens, whatever you have. Most important thing is that you're connecting to the sun and you're just using your imagination to draw, right? We start with a circle and we put some lines out and there's a sun. So nothing too advanced. It's all simple. Just take a few moments to use whatever color you can, whatever color you have available. And if you don't have color, just draw some patterns in the sun, yeah? Draw some swirls or draw some spirals or some doodles, whatever. Yeah, we're just playing. We're just playing and exploring how we're feeling, yeah? Gonna take a few moments to draw our sun. And as you draw your sun, just, notice how you feel. Notice how you feel. Notice what's coming up for you. Notice if the way you've come into the room has changed. Notice if there's any voices in your head as you're drawing this. Yeah, and just take a deep breath if there's an inner voice that's telling you not doing it right. Take a deep breath. Nope, not today. We won't listen today because this is just play. No one's going to be graded. No one's going to be judged. Yeah? Okay. At the top of the page, I want you to write in big, bold letters, what do I need to feel centered? Now, this is that self-care element of the practice, yeah? Is connecting at the moment, in this body, right? In our emotional space. What do we need? What do we need? What do you need right now to feel centered? Yeah? And feel free to use the rays as, to draw, to write those things here on the rays. Or feel free to draw in the space that you have, all over the page. Whatever, however, if they're coming, just let them come and just reflect on what you need right now. Right? Essentially what we're kind of tuning into is, what does self-care look like for you right now? Yeah? It could be simple. It really is just simple. It's tuning into what you need. Yeah? Do you need a few deep breaths? Do you need a glass of water? Feel free to get up and get some. Do you need to use the bathroom? Do you need rest? Do you need lunch? Do you need food? Do you need to talk to somebody? Do you need some support, some added support? Yeah? We don't have to do this alone. I've heard recently that we thrive in relationships, and that is so powerful. It is so powerful to acknowledge that we actually need people. We don't need to do this on our own. We don't need to isolate ourselves and become hermits and, we don't need to do that. We could reach out to people, And if you don't have anybody, here you are. Here you are, acknowledging what you need. Okay? And as you're writing these things down, if there's any kind of messages, any kind of affirmations that you're receiving, yeah? I am worthy. I am whole. I'm centered. So affirmations have to be in the present, and they have to be positive. So if there's any kind of affirmations that you're receiving, or any kind of messages that you're receiving, maybe they don't have anything to do with this creative moment, yeah? Write it down. Write it down. We want to be able to capture what is coming through. Because when we ground and we tune into our bodies, a lot can come through. And we just need to listen and get it all down. So let's take a couple of minutes to finish up. Yes, Mary, I'm in control of me. Yes, yes, yes. Feel free to add any more affirmations that you want into the chat. I can do hard things. I am whole. I am brave. I am vulnerable. I am here. And at the bottom of the page, it's backwards, but essentially what I want you to write is "Let your sun shine!" Exclamation point, because that is guidance too. Continue to, jot down what you need. And if you're not done, and if you want to play a little more after this video, take your time, take 10 minutes, oftentimes when we are in this mode, we lose track of time. And so this is a perfect opportunity to just continue and just connect. Yeah. It's good to see you, beautiful souls. I'm so happy to be back. I hope this has nourished and grounded you. I hope to see you next month. As I said, this is a monthly practice to connect to your creativity. So I'll be here next month on the first Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. right here on IG Live. And also I wanted to say that I am going to announce a very special announcement, some very special news coming up this week, so stay tuned. And my hope for you is to just continue to show up, celebrate your brilliance, celebrate your creativity, and keep connecting to that sun. And let your sun shine. Yes, it's needed. Take care.